Hello and welcome to SAFC Fan TV, and we're here for Matchday Live, commentary along with Norwich City versus Sunderland. Hope you're all well. As people start to come in, let me know your thoughts on the team. The team's out. Patterson, Hume, Sealt, O'Nine, Yelder, Neil, Ekwa, Job, Styles, Mundell and Hemir. Conrad Lee says, glad Mundell and Hemir are starting. Yes, I'm glad them two are, but I still can't comprehend why Job has still got to start. And according to TalkSport, I don't know how accurate it is, the formation's 3-4-3. So, interesting. We will have to see how he actually sets up, because I know most of these, where they predict the formation like Google and stuff like that, it's not quite the, it's never quite accurate. So, on the bench, we have Bishop, Pembele, Burstow, Rusin, Barr, Aushish, Rigg, Kelly, and Lavery. So, we've got three of the youngsters on there. I think it's going to be the standard 4-2-3-1 again. Yeah, potentially. I mean, but does like to play Job up front, doesn't he? We shall see. We shall see. Is the sound okay? Everybody hear me okay? I'm going to take one ear out because I've got horrible sound in my ear. There we go. Oh, right. Let's make sure we get the ticker for the scoring because we forgot last time. Make sure you hit like as soon as you're in here, join in the chat, subscribe, all that lovely stuff, and share the stream out. We'll get as many people in. Sunderland themselves on the streams are reporting 4-2-3-1. So you could very well be right with that one, Conrad. Again, we insist on playing this lone striker. And I still don't think it works. I'm going to be very reserved coming up with a prediction for this one. That's a cert. The Bristolian Mackham is in the house. How's it going, Bristolian Mackham? Good to see you here. I still can't believe Job's getting on the pitch. I don't know what he's doing to these to the staff to warrant I don't know, favoritism to constantly get a start. I mean, I'm trying to filter what's in my mind, but it's difficult. David said he's not looking forward to this. No. It could be a bounce back, though. Let's stay positive for now. Let's see how we come out of the gates. If we come out looking half asleep, sluggish, and backs against the walls, then yes, we're going to be in for 90 minutes of hell. So let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope we literally are chomping at the bit to give the fans something back and end this horrible away record. Norwich's home record, I don't think, is that great. Is it? I'm not sure. I've not got the stats in front of me anymore. I was looking the other day, but it's all very last minute today. 15 people watching. I know you've got loads of choices when it comes to these live streams, so I do appreciate you being here. I'll try and maintain commentary as much as I can. I have coffee and energy drink, so we should be good. Check out the mug, by the way. How cool's that? Well, where's my hat? I've left my hat in the car. I've got a branded hat as well. All the goodies, all the goodies. Starting 11 for Norwich: Gunn, Stacey, Hanley, Gibson, Gionalis, Sarah, McLean, Fastnash, Sains, Barnes, Sargent. Some of them I'm going to struggle to say, but yeah. Funny, we've got Danny Bath on the substitute bench for Norwich. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? Because some would have said he would be an asset at the club right now with Ballard being out, and we let him go, and he's not even getting played, you know? Crazy. How's the club managed to hide this season away so spectacularly, says Jara Andy. Good question. Good question. One word. Begins with B. Guess it. Because I'm not saying it. He who should not be named. And I don't mean Voldemort. So, yeah. You know who I'm on about. Anyway. It's Dodsy's Red and White Army marching forward. That's what we're doing at the moment. We're in for a win. All excited. Sunderland 2-3-0 victory coming up today. I'm happy to be here presenting that for you. No, it's just coffee in there. I promise. Let us know your score predictions in the chat. I expect to see 17 of them because there's 17 of you watching at the moment. So get your score predictions for today in. Win, lose, draw. And if you've got us scoring goals today, where are they coming from? Is Hamir going to get them? Mundell has looked threatening in the last few games. Yeah, I'm excited to see how these three work up front. I'd probably like to see Rusin on where Styles is, though. Oh, we're all negative here at the start. 4-0 Norwich, says Jara Andy. 2-0 defeat, says David. Oh, shocking, boys. Shocking. Come on. This is the day that we break the away record. This is the day. This is the last charge towards playoffs from 10th place. Jack Ross special for me. Jack Ross special. I'm going for a wee Philly special for this one. I think that's what I predicted on our Thursday night live. I was being very optimistic and I said 3-1 Sunderland. Those Halcyon days of 1-1 under Ross, says Jara. Oh, stop remembering all the good times, boys. Come on, let's stay positive. Positive thinking. What's the good we can see? The good we can see is Mundell's getting a start. He should have had a start the last game and the game before that. Hamir's getting a start again. He showed signs of it. I'm glad he's in there. Styles has looked okay, so we shall see. I still don't. If we lose today, the reason is because Job is on the pitch. Let's see if he can actually move forward today. We've got Jack at the stadium. So if you see him about, give him a wave. I'd say buy him a pint, but nah. Paul Havelock. Hi, Mike. I predict 4-2 to Sunderland. There we go, Paul. There we go. He's on my positive wavelength. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. We've got the players almost ready to come out here shortly. Bear in mind, if you are watching this as well as the game, you could be moments behind or in front of me. Just try not to give away too much in the chat, so you get more of an honest reaction from me. Where's the away end? I'm looking here on the stadium. I think the camera is in the away end, or is that us off to the side? Brooks Mears says 2-1 Sunderland. There we go. So we got 4-2, 2-1, and myself at 3-1. You know what? I'm going to put mine in the chat just so I can go back on it. There we go. Then I can roll back and see who's right. The Man United scarf seller's done well at Norwich today. Loads of green and yellow. Oh yeah, that was their away strip, wasn't it? When was that? That's not now, is it? When did they have the green and yellow? Professional flag wavers at the side. It's stimulating the pre-game entertainment at football. I mean, all these American football cheerleaders and Super Bowl shows, it's nothing compared to a bunch of cold people in the rain waving flags, is it? We know how to do it in England. Show us the away fans. There's a line of kids all freezing. That's funny. Delia. Oh, yes. Classic moment. Was there original colours, if I remember right, says David. Yeah, maybe you're right, but didn't they have it as an away strip as well? I seem to remember them colours on a sharp strip, like an old away strip, maybe the 90s. The EFL cameraman is definitely a Norwich fan. He hasn't shown the Sunderland fans once. He's got all these panning glory shots of Norwich and the stadium. What is going on? Oh, and there's a good advertisement for H&M, Mataland, B&M, Home Store, and Hobbycraft. So if you're at the stadium, you do your shopping afterwards. There we go. Somebody send that to them. I should get paid for that. Nope, we're still not going to see the Sunderland fans. We're going to see the players come out shortly, though. Yeah, looks like it's definitely going to be 4-2-3-1 till they're on the pitch. We won't know. So, yeah, it's going to be the Hume, Sealt, 09, Yelder at the back. I think Sealt and Yelder should be the other way around, though. Really do. Ekwa playing in that more defensive role where he doesn't suit. Sorensen's on the bench, isn't he? Yeah, Sorensen's on the bench. 09, the professional wind-up merchant. Come on. Let's be having you. Don't know what that was. Who's the ref? I've not seen who the ref is. Anyone in the chat know who the ref is? We had a green and yellow strip when Sir Peter Reid was manager, if I remember. And we played Ajax, yeah. He's not Sir, is he? You're adding Sir, but I don't think he's a Sir. But glory days, definitely glory days. Promotion with the highest ever Premier League finish straight after it. Here we go. Players are coming out now. Sunderland in different warm-up jackets this time. They've not got the old badge on. They've got the new badge on, which is interesting. I'm not sure who makes these decisions and why, but there we go. Let's just see if we can hear the noise. No. Seeing if you could hear them all singing. Definitely, says Paul, yes. Oh. Glory days and some sad times. Still remember Michael Gray crying. shocking. God, that stadium looks like a thing of the past, doesn't it? I'm looking at that and all I'm thinking of like old stadiums like Bolton's Burnden Park or Sunderland's Roker Park. It's just such an old school stadium. You'd be all right. There's an office block in the side. You'd be all right if you're a fan and you rented one of those offices. You just sit in the window watching the game all day long. Cornerless grounds. No, they look like they've hacked a corner into one side. Thomas Kirk is the ref, says Liz. Thank you, Liz. Much appreciated. As long as it's not that little megalomaniac from last week. Is 2 changes enough by Dodds? That's the question. Job gets on the pitch again from the start. I remember as a kid climbing up to the top of the Normid supermarket in Bolton, which overlooked Burnden Park. You could get on the roof via the fire escape and you could sit on the roof and watch the game. He's an old school ref. He's counting the number of players on the pitch. Do you think anyone's that stupid? That's Sunday League jobby, that. Oh, you've got 12. Nice try, boys. Nice try. Let's let the referee count the players and then we'll start the game, shall we? 20 people in. I much appreciate you being here. I know there's loads of people doing this at the moment. I appreciate you putting your faith in me. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Just about to kick off here. And we're off. There we go. Norwich with the kickoff. So can give my commentary skills a moment before we kick in. It's just straight back to the defence, just passing it around, looking for a gap through. Through the centre. Good sliding tackle in there by Sealt, I believe. Big ball forward, ends up with Norwich again. They're going to take it to the back and try and start again here. Good initiative, that start from Sealt there. Long ball forward here. It's going to be way too long for the Norwich player. Chases and ends up with Patterson. Quick distribution out to the left to Yelder. Yelder under pressure to Mundle. Mundle gets bundled. I nearly said it. Mundle gets bundled from behind. There you go. That's one for the shorts, highlight reels, Conrad. Big switch with that ball for that quick free kick taken. It's Neil to Ekwar, back to that Sealt again. Yeah, it's difficult to see at the moment. 09 forward to Mundle. Norwich get a foot in. Mundle recovers though, gets it back to 09. 09's going to put it all the way back to Patterson. Patterson, long ball forward on the right hand side. Finds. Oh, I can't see who's who here. Styles. Back to Sealt. Sorry, it's Hume, then Styles, and back to Sealt. Now it's back with Patterson. Patterson to 09. I'll get onto it. Give me a moment to warm up. Have yourself a Conrad Lee putting names in the hat for the next Sunderland head coach. I'll put my name in the hat, definitely. Right, it's out for a Sunderland throw on the right in front of the technical areas at the halfway line. Hume to take it. Throws it back to Sealt. Sealt across to 09. 09 back to Patterson. High pressure coming here. Still the short distribution to Sealt. Under pressure, gets a long ball away, trying to find Hamir. Norwich header gets it back as far as Job. Job to Neil. Neil looking for a way through, gets it across to Ekwa. Ekwa puts it left to Yelder. Just inside the Norwich City half now. Job. Back to 09. 09 tries a long ball to the right here, trying to find Styles. Does find him. Gets a knock on towards Hamir, but Norwich pick it up in defence. And yeah, Hamir gets the foot in. It goes out for a Norwich throw. Yeah, playing backwards is our professional, one of our best professional traits at the moment. We're going to be victims of EFL cameraman who are obsessed with filming random stuff today by the looks of it. Waiting for this Norwich throw still. Long ball forward for Norwich. Sealt trying to get between it. Does manage to get a foot in the end. Goes forward towards Hamir. Picked up by Ekwa in the centre. Ekwa's dispossessed. Dan Neil's fouled off the ball. Quick free kick taken. Job with it now. Slide tackle on Job. He does manage to still come away with it. He's got Mundell in front of him. Gives it back to Yelder. Yelder back to Ekwa. To Yelder again. To Mundell. Yelder. Ekwa. Neil. 09. It's coming all the way across now. Back in to Neil again. Puts it across to Yelder, who's on the far left here. He's got Mundell to his left. He gives it to Mundell. Mundell looking to put something in here. Gives it to Job. Job trying to cut inside. Gets dispossessed. Norwich come away with it now. Job gives chase. And commits the foul. And it's a Norwich free kick just inside the Norwich half near the touchline here. Yeah. He reached in. It wasn't really a foul, to be fair, but if he goes down there, the ball's nowhere near. He's going to be given. Norwich with it now, coming up the left-hand side, just passing it round. Good intensity from Sunderland so far. Not too flat like we've seen for the start of other games. So positive start. First 5 minutes, still 0-0. Norwich putting it out to the left here. Hume putting pressure on straight away. Long ball forward this time from Norwich. Calls for offside. Not sure if it's given. Yep, it's been given now. There we go. Sunderland free kick. Ed Sheeran was offside. 09 with it now. Ball down the left to Yelder. On the halfway line. Back to 09. He's going to put it all the way across here to Sealt. Yeah. It definitely looks like they're playing that three at the back. Hume's well further forward. Sunderland win it back in the centre with Styles to Hume. Hume tries to get past, but it's taken out by Norwich for a Sunderland throw. Sunderland quick throw. Comes all the way back to 09. 09 tries to get it across to Yelder, but the bounce does him. He's done by the bounce completely. Goes out for a Norwich throw. Come on, give me something. String something together, lads, so I can actually... pass, lose it. Pass, lose it. Norwich with it now, just along their back three. They look like they've got at the moment. From the keeper out to the left. Neil coming in there to try and pinch it and puts it out for a Norwich throw. Back to the Norwich goalkeeper to their defence. Short distribution here again from Norwich. Sunderland got quite a high press on with Hamir and Job up there. Not pressuring the keeper though, just standing off. Who puts it out to our right. Passing it back, then struggling to find a way through. Well in there again. Styles, I think that was, with a foot in. Norwich still in possession here. Difficult call in this one when they're just passing it round. We seem to be letting them have it in defence, standing off a bit. Hamir putting a bit of pressure on here now. Comfortable passing it around here. Norwich at the back. 28 people in the stream. Don't forget to hit like, share this out. It's much appreciated. Whoa. This is where you need a co-anchor to talk to at the time. Long ball forward from Norwich. Cut out by Hume. Good head by Hume. Gets it forward. Another looping ball forward. Hamir heads it on. Obviously, nobody's ahead of him. He's the furthest man forward. So it ends up with Norwich's defence, who are going to now play it out on this left-hand side. They play it too far. It gets a deflection. It goes out for a Norwich throw. Takes a quick throw. It's going up the right. Well in there by Yelder. Goes out for another throw. It was a quick throw and attack there, and the EFL cameraman was not keeping up with that one. Throw here, Mundell in there trying to dispossess them. Cuts the cross out, but puts it out for a corner. It's a Norwich corner. We are 9 minutes in. It's Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Norwich corner here. Just setting up for this one. Ed Sheeran's part of Norwich rivals. Amazing he's up front too. Everybody in the box here. Everybody in the box. No outlet. Here it comes. Low and hard. Sunderland foot to it straight away. Get it out. Neil managed to get it to Mundell. Mundell gets scissored by two of them, unfortunately. Norwich are back in possession, but it's a bit safer. It's back in their half. Sunderland can find the shape again. Front players not really got into the game. No, not yet. We seem to be standing off. I don't know if that's an instruction to do that, but we're standing off when they've got it in defence. Attack coming from Norwich here. Well dispossessed. Hume ends up with it on the right. Tries to put a silly pass through two Norwich players to Ekwar. It obviously gets cut off. Norwich gain possession back, and it comes all the way back to their defence. Now, this is the silly passing and the giveaways that we need to avoid. There was two easier options, and he tried to thread a needle instead. Colin, always susceptible at conceding from set pieces, yes. I mean, that must be an asset of having Hamir on there as well, because he was defending in that set piece. Just to have his presence in there is going to help a lot with them. Sunderland happy to stand off and let Norwich pass this around the defence, slowly edging them further back towards their goal. It's whether we can deal when they do manage to slot one of these passes through. Oh, tedious this at the moment. They've definitely enjoyed the lion's share of all the possession here. 11 minutes in. Long ball forward. They're just passing it around and hoping for that long ball will come off. Gets cut out by Sealt. But Ed Sheeran manages to dispossess him. Sealt gets a foot in. It comes off Ed Sheeran, and it's a Sunderland throw, luckily, which he's very upset about. Go and write a song. Sargent, by the way, not Sheeran, obviously. Paul Havelock just became a member. Much appreciated, Paul. That's really appreciate the support for the channel. Thank you for that. Norwich. Coming back again. Passing it. Sunderland. Mundell's trying to put a bit of pressure on now for a change. Goes back to the keeper. Out to the left-hand side. Good pressure here. Looks like we could possibly pinch this one. Mundell does manage to pinch it. Norwich have to kick it out for a Sunderland corner. That's what happens when you put pressure on, lads. There we go. Sunderland corner. Nearly 12 and a half minutes in. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. 29 people watching the stream. Really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. We're just seeing a replay here. It was Hamia's tenacity to put the pressure on the player. Mundle was in a position to cut off any pass back and managed to pick it up. It's taken now. It's with Ekwa. Ekwa shot from distance on target. But the Norwich keeper was ready for that and he caught it well. Throws it out for a quick distribution. Good shot, though, by Ekwa from distance. Norwich coming here on the counter-attack here with a bit of pace. Over on the right-hand side. Tries to deliver into the centre. It trickles there. But Sealt gets a foot to it. Gets it out. Only as far as Norwich again. Norwich working the ball well. As if Job's not even there. Job lunges in. Wild. Misses it. Another ball comes into the centre. And that time it's cut out by, I couldn't see. But Mundle ends up with it on a run. Gets taken down just before the halfway line. He's going to get the free kick. He's holding his right ankle as he goes down. Hopefully, he's holding his right calf. Hopefully that's just a bit of an impact and he should be all right. Yeah, he's getting straight up. We're good. We are good. Bit of positivity there. Instead of sending... The thing is, though, I like that we play the corner out and Ekwa had a shot from outside, but what's the point in sticking Hamir in the centre if we're not going to deliver him? Let's see if he can get on the end of these headers. That's what we want to see. The free kick obviously came to nothing while the EFL cameraman was showing us replays because Norwich have possession back in the defence. Yet again. Get enough members to the channel, we'll get our own cameramen on the case. Norwich with an attack down the right-hand side, delivers one into the centre. It's cut out, but it's in no man's land, and it's a shot that Patterson would not have got to, but we've managed to get the deflection out. Oh, that was scary. It's absolutely bucking down the rain there now. Let's have a look at this replay. Delivers one into the centre. Hume gets a foot to it, but it comes out right into the danger zone. The shot, who gets the deflection off the shot? The shot is deflected off Hume again, I think. So he makes the mistake and then makes up for it. Corner coming in from Norwich now. All of them up. Sunderland head to it. Shot from distance from Norwich and it goes well wide. We're safe for another 5 minutes. It's 15 minutes in, still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. 34 people in the stream. Much appreciate being here. Get your comments in. I'll read as many of them I can out while we watch the terrible replays and close-ups so you can't see what's going on. Somehow it's ended up back with Norwich's defence after all that because we just don't like to see what happens. Norwich with it now. They're back four just inside their own half. Sunderland standing off again. Look what happened when you put the pressure on, lads. Let's force that mistake again. Norwich passing it forward here through the centre. It's cut out by 09. He probably could have took his time with that a bit more. It comes back to Norwich. And we're still stood off them. They're inside our half with the back four, and we're still stood off. Very low pressure, Sunderland, this. Long ball forward from Norwich just ends up in the hands of Patterson. Are we going to do the same short distribution? They're waiting for it. They know it's there. They know it's coming, and do we still do it? Pressure straight away here. Patterson putting himself under pressure with that now. Has to force a kick, gets it to Mundle. Mundle tries to get a knock on, but it goes out for a Norwich throw. Just inside the Norwich half at this near touchline. Quick throw taken back to their defenders. Passing it back again. Paul Havelock says, I think we need to build confidence. Just need the goals and the wins. David Jackson, dare I say we might have a chance here. Come on, lads, they can do it. There's always a chance. There's always a chance. The thing is, when we put the pressure on them, that's when we dispossess them and end up with a corner. Yet we're still standing off. So this might be Dodds' instructions for them not to commit so much. Maybe he's happy with the draw instead of a loss as an away game. But we can't do that. Norwich trying to deliver one into the centre here. Sealt botches the clearance. And it's all over the place. A shot from Norwich is deflected. Oh, 09 tried to get a clearance and it didn't go, but it rolled luckily to Patterson's feet. Sealt is not a centre-back. I'm not a fan either. I think Yelder would do a better job in there. Sealt on the right, Hume on the left, and put Yelder in the centre instead for me. It's out for a Norwich throw. Long throw forward to the right to a man that's completely unmarked. He delivers it to the centre. Ed Sheeran lining up for the shot there, but gets stopped. They're passing it around looking for space. Hume intercepts the header going out to the left. Job with it now in the centre. Gives it back to Hume. Hume to Neil. Neil looking for a way through now. He's got options all around him. Instead, he hoofs a ball off a Norwich player and it bounces into no man's land. And Norwich come back with it. Wasting. Oh, I'm not sure. It looks like a collision of Neil and somebody else. Just looked like they ran into each other's path, but Sunderland get the decision. It's a free kick to Sunderland. Happy with that. Build confidence. Rusyn plays decent, then dropped. Exactly, Colin. This is the problem. Long ball forward to the right. Got a bit of space here now. Hume delivers one into the centre. Mundle's there. Ah. Head goes wildly over. He's but we'd like to see someone attacking it in the box. Hume delivers it. He's running in, but he's like, it's the tackle at the same time, to be fair. He's coming together with another player at the same time. I think the free kick's given in the end. There we go. It's Norwich's keeper with it now. Short distribution out to the Norwich left-hand side. Our right. Rusyn here up front. Why can't they see what we are seeing? Yes, I know. I think most of these head coaches think it's too much of a gamble to put two up front because it's where do you sacrifice that from? And if you get swamped in midfield or if you get swamped at the back, you're in trouble. But the single striker's not working. David Jackson, Mundle goal for me. Yeah. I like the look of Mundle. Apart from his karate kicks, he looks all right. Long ball forward from Norwich again, looking for that same long ball. Goes way too far. Out for a Sunderland throw. Just inside our own half. Well, it's out to 09 anyway. Tripping over my own tongue yet again. 09 making a run up on this left-hand side now. He's got Yelder in front of him. He gets tackled, taken down. He's holding his ankle. The free kick's being given, it looks like. Barnes tackle on 09. 09's up, he's okay. Yeah, he runs past him. Oh, yeah, he completely just kicks his leg. He's not even close to the ball. That should have been a yellow card there, easily. Easily a yellow for me, that. Not sure if one was given. We can never tell with this cameraman, you know. He's too busy shooting a nature documentary while the replay's going on. 09. Out left to Yelder, inside to Mundle. Mundle's got Hamir running in front of him. Mundle's going to take it himself. He gets tackled from behind. Free kick to Sunderland in a very dangerous position. 21 minutes in. Tried to do a quick free kick here, but I think it's getting pulled back. I'm not sure what happened there. Kind of, the cameraman no idea what was happening there either. So, yeah, it's coming back here. That's good. Because it was a wasted opportunity if that's the case. Ekwa stood over this. Is that Styles as well over that? It's just going to be Ekwa taking it by the looks like. Only Ekwa stood over it now. Nearly 22 minutes in. Here we go. Sunderland free kick. It's a shot. It's over. Unlucky there. He did go straight for the shot, and it's gone about 1.5 foot over the bar. And I've got a fruit fly. I can't tell if it's sarcasm, but thank you anyway, David. Right, Norwich with it now. from the keeper. Long ball forward. 09 meets it. Head down to Neil. Neil's got options. Gives it to Job in front of him. Job dinks it through. To Mundle, but he's in an offside position. Flag went up straight away. Quick free kick taken by Norwich to try and get the counter-attack. Sunderland wise to it. Norwich coming down our right-hand side now, just inside the Sunderland half. Trying to slot anything through. Good foot in by Sealt, but the foul is called because he did go through the back of the man. He's a liability. Oh, he muted TV. Oh my God, you don't want that. Sealt's a liability. Who do you prefer, Sealt or Triantis? Would Triantis do a better job of coming back in? He's off on loan, I know, but referees put the line down. We're completely ignoring that line. Now we're behind it. There we go. It's a Norwich free kick. It's halfway inside the Sunderland half. I don't think it's shooting distance. It could be for a very ambitious shot, but I think it'll be delivered here, if not taken short. Referee just putting it on hold while he sorts out something here. Cheers, David. Much appreciated. I appreciate all the support here. 38 people watching. Norwich free kick comes into the centre. It's almost a free ball for Norwich there. It goes out. I think it's a Sunderland goal kick. Or did we get a touch? Is that a corner? I think it might be a Norwich corner. Yet again, we decide to see a replay instead of this decision. So we'll see. I think it could be a Norwich corner. 3 replays. Yes, it is. 24 minutes in, still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Norwich setting up for this corner here now. First, he's going to bounce the ball to make sure it's inflated. Come on. Like watching amateur football sometimes. It comes into the centre. It's all over the place. And shot from Norwich. Oh, great reactions there. Was that a reaction save from Patterson? I'm not sure if he got it. It came in that fast, that shot. I'm not sure if he actually got his hand to it or not, but it looked like he did. Comes out to the area. Shot from outside the area. Yes, Patterson sweeps at it. Gets a hand to it. Superb reaction save there. Another Norwich corner. Is it? Oh, no, there's a booking in the middle. So it was a great save, but apparently there's a foul in the centre anyway. So we've got the free kick decision. There we go. This is what happens when they show these replays without telling you what's going on. Styles, manages to somehow keep hold of that while getting fouled. Offloaded to Job to Ekwa. Now with Yelder on the left-hand side. Yelder to Mundle. Yelder making the run on the overlap. Mundle cuts on the inside. Puts it all the way across to the right. It's Sealt to Hume on the right-hand side now. Hume cuts it in with Neil. Back with Hume. Hume delivers one into the centre. It's a Norwich head. Doesn't come out very far, though. Ekwa manages to get onto it. Yelder. Mundle. It's Yelder again with it on the left here now. And Ekwa just looking for space through. Giving it to Mundle on the far left. Miscommunication with Job. Tries to pass it to him. But they made up for it and Yelder's got it back. Ekwa. Come on, this is good from Sunderland. Let's keep this possession. Let's do something with it, though. It's all the way back out to the right now. It's with Sealt. To Neil in the centre. To Ekwa. Ekwa to Job. Job gives it back to Ekwa. Slowed it down a bit here now. It's out to Mundle on the left-hand side. Mundle can cut in or deliver it. Delivers one into the centre. It's a Norwich head that gets it clear. Not quite clear, though. It's going out. Looked like it was going to go out for a corner. Hume tried to let it go out for a corner. The Norwich player saved it, and in the ensuing battle, Hume gives away the foul, and it's a Norwich free kick, which relieves them for a little bit from the Sunderland pressure that we've had for the last 5 minutes, which has been good. Thank you, David Gunn. Much appreciate you all being here. Colin, I'm sure Benetti could have done a job at the moment. After Clark out, now Pace direct can score. His small cameos have all shown something. Yeah, this is true. But I don't think he's coming back, even after loan. I think it's a loan with an option to buy, so I'm pretty sure we've seen the last of him, unfortunately. Definitely think he's one of those players we did not try or utilise enough. Sunderland with possession now. It's back with Patterson. We are 27.5 minutes in, still 0-0. Long ball forward. Norwich end up picking it up in the centre. Back with the Norwich defenders. Sunderland still trying to keep some sort of pressure on. Stepping off now. Oh, catching my breath. It's just Norwich passing it around here with their defence again back to their keeper. As I say, Sunderland are not as high pressing now. They were just stepping off. Job's the furthest person forward and he's 6-7 foot away from the players. Long ball forward from Norwich. Finds his man on the left, but it says it went out for a throw. Jesus, that looks like a glued-on hairstyle from that Borgia. That's got to be a toupee. Sunderland throw. Back with the keeper who puts his foot through it. Knock on from Job trying to find Hamir. Styles will pick it up in the centre. Gives it to Job. Job's getting mullered, but he manages to keep the ball. Gives it to Hume on the right-hand side. Hume under pressure tries to get it forward. It goes straight to a Norwich player, unfortunately. Makes up for that with the pressure and wins the throw. That's the good thing about Hume. When he does make these mistakes, he makes up for them pretty quickly. Quick throw taken, Sealt to 09. 09 with it now. Norwich pressing quite high. It's all the way back in the Sunderland area with Sealt. Out to the right. It's Ekwa with it in the centre. to 09. 09 tries to get one forward. Looks like it's going to be intercepted. It finds Yelder. Yelder tries to cut it in. It goes out for a Sunderland throw. Deflection off the Norwich player there. Throw taken back to 09. 09 now looking for his options. Finds Styles in the centre, I believe. He's got Hume out to his right. He gives it to Hume. Hume could deliver one. Instead, he tries to dink one to Styles. Hume's passing's been well off the pace here. Norwich ends up with it. Norwich get it away. Only as far as 09 keeps out the danger with a head. It's with Sealt. It's with Ekwa. Ekwa can turn here. He's got options. Gives it to Styles. Styles out right to Hume again. Styles with it. To Joe, back to Styles. Styles dinks it over, ends up with Yelder. Good little play that. Yelder's got some space here, gives it to Mundle on the left. Mundle's got two players in front of him. Back to Yelder. Mundle trying to cut across. Bit too much on that run. Loses it. Ekwa slides in. Gets the stops the counter-attack. Really well played there by Ekwa, but it's a Norwich throw. 30.5 minutes in. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Norwich with possession with their defence. 41 people in the stream. I appreciate you all being here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Great dispossession in the centre there by Sealt, but he commits the foul yet again. I'm not sure if that one was a bit harsh. Let's have a look at the replay here. No, yet again, he goes through the back of the player between his legs to get the ball. It's always going to be called. I know technically you get the ball, but it's hot. If you go through the back of the player, it's always going to be given. He's lucky not to be on a yellow at the moment, Sealt, to be fair. Ball's all the way back here now with Norwich defence. We're going to have a random look at Dodds with the cameraman. Dodds having a shout. Anything could be happening on the pitch. We've no idea. There we go. We're back to the pitch. Norwich defenders with it now, just inside their own half. Sunderland still with this standoff approach, trying not to give too much away, not letting them break. It's good defensively, really, from Sunderland. It's good, but it's not going to generate the opportunities we need. Tried to slot one through. It's picked up by Job in the middle. Good interception. He's got Mundle out to his left. Making a run. He was asking for it earlier than that, though. Back to Job. Job nearly tackles himself in the midair. To Yelder. Yelder back to 09. All the way across here to Sealt on the right-hand side. Back to 09. Job. Ekwa. Ekwa with it now in the centre. trying to find Hume on the right, doesn't quite make that pass though, ends up with Norwich back in possession. Sunderland will step back, find their shape again, rather than keep that intensity up. We should have followed that up with pressure straight away. Norwich just walking towards us. They know that we're standing off. People saying we need Ahmad. I know, but that ship sailed when he's not coming back at any point, I'm afraid. I'll let you guys discuss the owner spending issues while Norwich can't continue to pass it round consistently for this last 4 or 5 minutes. Trying the long ball forward. It's marshalled all the way to Padson's safe hands today. 33.5 minutes in. Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. 42 people in the stream. Much appreciated being here. Don't forget to hit like. Short distribution out to Sealt. Sealt making a run up the right-hand side here now, looking for his options. Hume gets a dink into Hamir. Hamir's should have had a foul called against him there. Taken out from behind, but nothing given. Norwich with possession, just at the halfway line, just inside the Norwich half. Job, the only one, seemed to be putting pressure on these defenders right now. Mundell now following up. 1-2. Norwich making a run down this side now. Ekwa trying to make up the time. Oh, brilliant by Ekwa. Gets all the way there. And Mundell comes and marshals in and wins the foul. Great backtracking there by Ekwa. Saved us a very dangerous position there. Mundell came in to pick the pieces up and force the foul. Stop the danger. I like it. I like it. Some promising play here, 35 minutes in. Oh, with terrible distribution straight away. Luckily, Hume onto that mistake. It went out. Hume manages to pick it up. That could have been a dangerous ball there. I'd explain it, but there's too much going on. Mundell to Ekwa. Ekwa to Yelder. Yelder brings it back now to 09. 09 will put it across to Sealt. This is the thing. We don't seem to do the switch. We seem to play it across instead of switching it. To Hume. Styles. Sealt. 09. Dan Neil now. Is that Neil? I think it's Neil. To Mundell. Mundell with it on the left. To Job. Neil's further forward now. Neil to Hamir. Back to Neil. Neil's in a good position. Gives it out right here to... Oh! Oh! Sorry, I know the commentary suddenly stopped, but it gives it out right to Hume, who puts one straight across goal. Hamir was almost on the end of it. It was Hamir, Neil, out to Hume, delivers one across, and so close, Hamir, to putting that back in the back of the net. Well worked, very unlucky. Sunderland somehow, after all them replays, have got possession, still in a dangerous area. Job tried to thread a needle there for Styles, but Norwich cut it out. Norwich now, long ball down this left-hand side. They've got back as far as the halfway line. Bit of chaos going on there. What is going on this halfway line? He's decided to take matters into his own hands, but it's a Sunderland throw, I believe. Unless he's giving the foul. No, it's a Sunderland throw. I don't like this Barnes. He's a bit of a dirty pub player. I think it should have been their throw, to be fair. Oh, but yeah, he pulls Sealt's foot as he's walking past, basically, with his hand. Oh, Sunderland lose possession on this right-hand side. Norwich in a dangerous area. 09 trying to keep him out here from delivering the cross. He's got Mundell assisting him. Excellent play there by 09 and Mundell, and it goes out for a goal kick. Well played, well marshalled. Slight bit of shithousery going on from 09, I believe, here in this game, but we like it. 37 minutes gone. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. It's a Sunderland goal kick here. Taken short, big surprise, to Sealt. Sealt then tries to distribute it forward, and it ends up with a Norwich player. This short distribution is not working. Job can get ahead on. We need to, and you've got Hamir as well. You've got targets. You need to try some of these long balls from the keeper. Norwich coming now forward with it. Bit of a heavy touch. Sunderland take advantage. Lose possession again straight away. It's very battling here. Norwich with it. Dangerous area. It's just floating around in no man's land. Mundle making up the distance. Manages to get... manages to get the tackle and somehow win the goal kick. It could have come off the tip of his toe, to be fair. It's hard to see. It's hard to see. I think it should have been a corner, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Mundle's doing brilliant. Mundle and Ekwa both been assets to the defence in this game so far. 38.5 minutes gone. Long ball forward. Meets a Norwich head. Sealt manages to cut that off with a big foot. It's around the air. Hamir brings it down to Styles. Styles gets it across to Yelder, who's in a lot more space on this left-hand side. Mundle in front of him. Gives it to Mundle. He'll run on to assist him as well. Mundle cut in on the inside. Looks to be teed up for a shot. But completely miskicked there. I don't think it was... Was it a deflection? He'd like to think it was a deflection, but it was... Oh, no, I think it hit the back of him. Might have won the corner out that one. I don't know, because this cameraman's appalling, man. Just show us the call before you start filming Dodds shouting on a halfway line. Obviously, it was a goal kick because Norwich are in possession here. Jesus Christ. I know a bad workman blames his tools, but it's really difficult this sometimes. Long ball forward from Norwich. They managed to find one of their players, cut out well by Yelder, who gives it to Mundle. Runs on. Mundle gives it to Yelder. Yelder's got it on the left-hand side here. Back to Mundle. Back to Yelder. Yelder puts it back to Ekwa. Ekwa's in a lot more space. Gives it to 09. Then across to Sealt. Sealt give it to... Who the hell was that? That's Hume, sorry. Hume back to 09. 09, Ekwa. Ekwa to Neil. Neil with many options round him in front of him. Gives it out left to Mundle. Norwich standing off a bit here. We could take advantage of this if we just put an attack together. Ekwa. Job. Ends up back with 09. 09 running back and forth. Ends up with Ekwa. We're back in our own half. Norwich didn't put any pressure on. It's almost like we've put the pressure on ourselves. Seal, long ball forward, searching. Could be a great ball. Hume does manage to pick it up, but it's a heavy touch. And it goes to the Norwich defender. And Norwich come away with it. That was a good cross, but the heavy touch for the control. Norwich on the breakaway now. It's Ekwa, the man that's managed to get back in front of him to put a bit of pressure on. Cut right in the centre now. Norwich in a danger zone for a shot. Oh! He fluffs that one. Completely fluffs that one. Did that get a deflection? No idea. I think it did. Oh, it's offsides called. Offsides called anyway. We're safe. But Ed Sheeran fluffed the shot anyway, so we're all good. Let's have a look here. Another replay. Probably something amazing going on while we're watching this replay, but yeah. Yeah, it's just a fluffed shot, I think, from Ed Sheeran. But he's offside. Sargent, by the way, if anyone's watching, it's not Ed Sheeran on the pitch, it's Sargent, but the offside was given. The free kick will be taken by Patson. And he'll kick it long instead of short. Excellent. Yelder's there to meet the head. Heads it on, trying to find Hamir. Cut out by Norwich. Big boot up high from Norwich. Bit of football tennis going on back and forth here. Norwich come away with it. Playing it back to their defence. Trying to slow it down, get it back to their pace of game. 42 minutes in, we're still 0-0. Positive signs in this game so far. Ball forward from Norwich. Calls for offside. And it's given. It's given. Sunderland defence doing really well with this offside trap, but it's a dangerous tactic to be relying on it a lot of the time, especially with the ref standard we have. Yes, definitely positive play here. I mean, and I know people slate him, but I've been impressed with Ekwa and Mundell in this one so far. So no doubt, Dodds will sub them both off. This ball ends with Mundell. Mundell does lose possession there. Just as I'm singing his praises, he cocks up a bit. Long ball forward from Norwich. Calls for handball as he controlled it, the roll off his shoulder onto his arms, but nothing given. Still Norwich. Left a foot in there. Hume. He's going to get the yellow card, but he did stop the breakaway down our right-hand side. Hume with another yellow there. I'm not sure what cards Hume's on. If anybody's got the stats in front of them in the chat, then have a look at that. Let us know how safe he is from any sort of ban at the moment. Right, Norwich free kick here. Over on the far side, halfway into the Sunderland half. Delivers it into the centre. It's going to go all the way along. Good calls to leave it there from the Sunderland defenders. It goes out for a goal kick. Communicating better is what I'd say at the moment. I know not many fans watch that, but I always watch the communication because that can make or break a team. And we seem to be communicating a lot better in this game than we have done previously. 8 cards for Hume. Oh, he's getting there, isn't he? He's getting there. It'll be just as Ballard come back. Sunderland goal kick. 44 minutes gone. I'm not sure what the added time is. I've not seen a board come up at the moment. Long kick. Hamir comes away with it, but he gives it away. Norwich with the possession back with their keeper now. I think Sunderland happy to go in 0-0 at this stage by the looks of things. Job keeping the pressure on them. Back and forth between the Norwich defenders and the keeper. Standing off a bit now. Going to be another long ball forward. That's their play. That long ball every time. So we know how they want us trying to get that goal. So as long as we can cut out like we have been doing, it's all good. Ends up as a Sunderland throw. Hume going to take this now. We have just hit 45 minutes. No idea of the added time still. Or if there even is any. There was a board there, but I didn't see what was on it. 1 minute added time. 1 minute added time. Sorry. Norwich free kick. It's just being passed around now. Norwich defence. Both teams in this horrendous weather probably is happy to get in the change rooms. Norwich with one last attack here, though. A dangerous area right in the centre. Tees it back for a shot from distance. Great deflection to take it over the top. Dangerous from range, that shot there. It came in. This is what they're doing, that they're playing with it and they're just getting that one counter-attack opportunity. Tees it up, long shot. I thought it took a deflection, but it was just the flight of the ball. Kind of, I don't know if it hit a pocket of air, but it just flew out completely. And the goal kick will take us straight into half-time. So half-time, Norwich City 0, Sunderland 0. Let me know what you've thought so far. Not of me, of the game. Thank you very much. Changes that could be made. I wouldn't make, obviously, any player changes at this stage, but I think the halftime talk from Dodge should be to force that mistake a bit more. The 2 or 3 times we have put more pressure on their defence, they have made that mistake and put us into a good opportunity area. So maybe a bit more pressure, a bit more intensity in the second half. Obviously, we know how Norwich is playing now. They're literally keeping possession and watching for that run, for that long ball. So as long as the defence are aware of that, I think we're all good in this one. Quite impressed so far. No real standout bad performances. Job's not like completely disgusted me. So we'll see how we go in the second half. I will take a 2-minute break and I will be right back. Feel free to get all your halftime comments in and I will read through as many as I can before we kick back off. So please bear with me and I'll be back very quick. And we're back. 36 people still here. Get your comments in the chat. Let's have a bit of a talk of what's gone on in that first half. What did you like? What did you dislike? What's going on? What changes could possibly be made? I know Conrad said we need to create a few more clear-cut chances, bring Hamir into the game. Mundell's been fantastic. I think Ekwa needs a bit of credit as well. Latest scores at the moment, Birmingham 2, Southampton 1, Leicester 0, Queen's Park 1, Millwall 1, Watford 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Ipswich Town 0, Preston North End 0, Hull City 0, Rotherham United 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Stoke City. And it cut off before I could read the last two. But yeah, you go. Anyway, we are 0-0 here at Norwich and Sunderland. And yeah, what will Dodds do? I think Dodds might be better as a halftime team talker than our previous unmentionable head coach was. So hopefully he can inspire a bit more passion and intensity. David said, been better than I expected. Well, I think that goes without saying, considering... Let's have a look here. Jarrah said 4-0 Norwich and David said 2-0 defeat. So hopefully you're still going to be wrong. But 0-0 here. The question I've got for you as Sunderland fans, is a draw enough today? Are you happy with a draw? Obviously, it's better than a loss, and our away form's been terrible, but is a draw enough for you? That is the question. For me, it's never enough. It's always got to be going for the win. Beanburger Man says, I wish we had crossing wingers instead of inverted. There's loads of space down the flanks. Give Hamir something to work with. Yeah, definitely. I was a bit disappointed. I mean, Ekwa had a good opportunity and a good shot from the corner set piece, but I was a bit disappointed we didn't just plough it in high the middle to give Hamir that chance. When he was playing for the youth team, I know headers were how he was grabbing his goals, so we need to see more of it. Yeah, the crosses that have come in from Hume are always low and hard. He nearly got on the end of that one, though. So close to getting on the end of that one. That was very unlucky. I haven't seen much of Styles. I think potentially you could bring Styles off and bring Roos in on. Give even more attacking options there. Job's not done anything wrong. He's not done anything amazingly right either at the moment. Ekwa's been an absolute asset as far as I'm concerned. I know people don't like him, people slate him, but I think without him, Norwich would have had a couple more very key opportunities. So he's done well for me. Oh, fresh coffee, that's what we need. 38 people in the stream. We will kick off with the action here again soon, hopefully. Don't forget, if you're here for the first time, to subscribe to the channel. Do as many live commentaries as we can. Not quite every game, but as many as we possibly can. And recently, it's been all of them, so that's good. Stick around for that. Loads of exclusive content for members. It's only $1.99 a month for membership to the channel. It does help us out, supports us, keeps us going as well. So for the sake of $1.99, go and check out the exclusive content, and you get all sorts of funny little icons to share in the chat as well. Conrad says, not bad today, Ekwa, for the worst player in the league, according to that second tier podcast on Twitter. Yes, well, this is it. They didn't think they said he wasn't the worst player in the league. I think they said most disappointing player in the league. But I don't think that's him, his ability. I think that's because he did so well at the start. There we go there with the icons. Yeah, I think it's because he did so well at the start and he looks so on fire when he first played that after that there's been disappointment. But I think that's because we played him so far back. But he's definitely coming into his own in this game, and even in a more defensive role. So that's great. What's the point in action replays of a camera that's covered in rain? We can't see a thing. Some good replays there going on. So, what changes do we want to make here? And when will Dodds do them? Mundell's been threatening, but his shot it's just showing replay his shot. It looked like it comes off the back of the Norwich player, but it doesn't. It's just that skewed that it goes that wide. Norwich have probably looked the most dangerous. We've been let off with a few offsides so far. So that's good. But let's see what this second half can bring. Let's just see what's going on. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Sorry, people. If you get your comments in, I'll read them out before we kick off with the second half. Still got time. How are the lads? FC says keep Mundell on and Hamir for Rusin. Hamir for Rusin. I'd probably go Styles for Rusin myself at this stage. I don't think Hamir's done much wrong either. So yeah, it's difficult to judge who you'd take off when we've done quite well. Beanburger Man says a left footer crossing down the left and a right footer crossing down the right. That's what we need. Well, there you go. Audrey said, what do you think of Job's performance so far today? To be fair, he's not impressed me, but he's not done as much wrong as he has in previous games. So he can stay on the pitch for now for me. But yeah, he's got a lot to do to make up to how poorly he's done in recent games. I don't think he should have got a start. He seems to be performing better for our team when he comes off the bench. So if that's how he works for now, that's how we should use him, I think, personally. Thanks for your question. Hopefully that rain eases off and we can bag some goals here in this second half. It looks like some sort of officials doing some sort of pitch inspection on the bottom, one of the bottom left corner from where I'm looking. So I don't know if they're just trying to make sure it drains or if they're checking it. I don't know. It's not the best quality of ground is this stadium. That's a cert. It's no stadium of light. Let's see here. This feels like a long half time. Is that just me? Just does feels like a long half time. I can't believe how torrential that rain looks there, to be fair. And doesn't look like it offers much shelter in the way of shelter, that stadium, to be. There'll be some cold fans there. Might have a few less on Thursday night if they've all caught cold down in Norwich. Players are ready to come out for this second half now. They're in the tunnel there getting ready. Let's see what Dodds can inspire from this team. How come I can't access the live stream on ESPN? I'm not sure. I have no idea what the airing is. EFL, I follow, have the game, which is a paid service you can get from all sorts of different avenues through SAFC Fan TV, SAFC TV. Sorry, not Fan TV. That's us. You can get it through them, and you can get it through. I think iFollow itself has a subscription service. But why do you need to do all that when you've got me here? I'll tell you how it's going. Don't you worry. We're ready to kick off here for this second half. 33 of you still here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, get involved in the chat, and we'll keep this going as long as we possibly can. Ready for the kickoff in torrential rain down in Norwich. Ekwa just getting an emergency hairband from the sideline. Here we go. We're off. And it's come back. It's all the way with Patterson. He puts a big foot through it. Trying to find Job in the middle. Gets jumped over the top of. Sunderland come away with it, though, with a 9. Tries to get a ball down the left to Mundle, but it ends up in Norwich's possession. Both teams come out at full pace here. Great cut off that tackle by 09 there. It's with Neil, 09. With Job. 4 of them stood round, way too close to each other. Need a bit more off the ball movement. Comes all the way across here to Hume. Hume going to make a run down this right hand side now. Gives it to Neil. Neil has got Ekwa with him. He's not going to put it all the way across though to the left hand side to Yelder, I believe, on that left. Yelder back to 09. 09 to Ekwa. Ekwa and Neil, 1-2 in the centre. Tries to find Job. Job's tackles from behind. Oh! Neil running through, gets absolutely taken off the ball. Nothing given. Norwich come away with it here. Norwich making a run down the right-hand side. Well muscled out there by Yelder. Gives away the Norwich throw, though. Norwich throw here. Good pressure from Sunderland. Norwich come away with it, though. Can deliver one into the centre here now with a head. And it goes flashing across the face of goal safely. I think it's a Sunderland goal kick given by the ref. Barnes is kicking off, as always. I think he's saying that the linesman said it's a corner. Yeah, that's got to be a Sunderland goal kick. He's just, yeah. Don't like this Barnes with his thinning hair. He looks like he belongs in a pub team, to be fair. Goal kick here, long ball forward. Job up for the battle. It rolls off for a Norwich throw just in front of the technical area. They throw it back to their defence. Hemir up to put pressure on to try and cut out any sort of pass. It's back to the keeper and with the Norwich defenders here now. Sunderland going to be standing off by the looks of it, the same as the first half. However, the lads FC says Job looks more like an attacking midfielder. He does. He's playing quite high. Hopefully he can pull something out of it. Norwich now here on the attack on our right-hand side. Delivers one into the centre. This could be a dangerous ball. Cut out by Yelder. Gets it to Neil to Hume. Hume back to Neil. Neil getting a bit of control to Ekwa. Now back to 09. Good under pressure there, Dan Neil. Ball forward from 09, but it ends up in a Norwich player's possession. Norwich coming back with it again now. 3 stacked up on this right-hand side against 2. Ekwa trying to keep the player marshalled out. They cut in. 09 gets a foot to it and gets it out again. We're getting it clear, but only as far as a Norwich player each time. Norwich just inside the Sunderland half here. Passing it down the right-hand side. He's got open space to run, to deliver one into the centre. Oh, looping ball. Almost went in off the crossbar. Come back out. It's bobbling around the box. It could be anybody's. It falls to Hume. Hume gets a foot through it, luckily, though. Oh, Job called for some sort of off-the-ball foul. To me, it didn't look like the ref even saw that. He just turned and saw the player going down and called it. I want to see a replay of that. That did not look like he saw that foul at all. That ball that was delivered in, looks like Patterson had it covered, but it bounced off the top of the crossbar and came out. That was a very close call. We're not going to see a replay of the alleged foul, but we have got a Norwich free kick just in the danger area here. One man in the wall, which is Mundle. It's going to be a cross delivered. I doubt he's going to shoot from this kind of range. 49.5 minutes gone. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Here comes this delivery now. It's past the first man. It's bobbling around the middle. It's anybody's ball. It's a shot from the outside. Great there to get in front of that Styles. Styles now chasing onto it, hopefully. It's given back to the keeper. Styles maintaining that pressure all the way to the top. Long ball forward from Norwich. Ends up on the offside call. Great offside call. Pressure relieved there with a long ball that was called offside. Whew. Ekwa over this, going to take a quick one back to Sealt. Sealt's got on 9, across to 09. 09's under pressure. Norwich playing high here. We need to make the most of this on the attack. Get these passes right, though. It's bobbling around, battling in the centre. Mundle being bundled again. Oh, that's a great catchphrase. Quick free kick taken again with Styles. Styles gets tackled, but it ends up with Dan Neil. Dan Neil to Yelder to Styles. He keeps losing possession. Styles. He's not really impressed me up to now. Mundle comes in there to try and get the possession back, but Norwich play it back to their keeper to maintain. 51 minutes gone. Norwich just in possession, passing it round at the back as they do. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. 51 minutes gone. 37 people in the stream. If you're new, don't forget to hit the like button. It's much appreciated and it really does help out the channel. Norwich looking for that way through. Ball forward now to Norwich. Cut out well by Yelder. Gives it to Ekwa. Ekwa to Mundle. Mundle manages to get ball forward and Job gets onto it on the left-hand side. Job under pressure now with a player on his back. Manages to retain possession, gives it all the way back to 09. Not a comfortable pass, but he got it anyway. It's with Hume on the right-hand side. Gives it in the centre. Too much on it for Ekwa to turn and get to it in time. It was a bad pass again by Hume. Tries to make up for it by chasing onto it. Norwich with possession here. Sunderland's pretty much stopped there like the whistle had gone, because as soon as it's back with Norwich defenders, we seem to just stop completely. Hume's passing's been well off the mark today. He's tried to make up for it most of the times, and he has made up for it quite a few times, but his passing's been atrocious, I'm afraid. It could be the weather. It does take a massive toll on how much power he can put in, not put in. Danger ball here from Norwich, but it's luckily headed back to the hands of Patterson. 52.5 minutes gone, still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Patterson drops it for the short distribution, gives it to Sealt. Sealt going to put his foot through it now under pressure. Long ball forward. Jumped a bit early there, Styles, unfortunately. Norwich come away with it. They managed to bring it down in a dangerous area. It's out to the right-hand side. Could be delivered in, just outside the box. Mundle does well to stop it, but Job gives it away again on the edge of the box. Very dangerous area. Shot from nowhere. Patterson gets down to his hands to it, puds it out for a corner. Job caused that one. Danger there. Danger. It's a Norwich corner. 53 minutes gone. Job just doing the simple get it clear and lost possession in a very dangerous area. He's so glad that save was made. Here we go. Norwich setting up for this corner now. Everyone back. Most people back defending this. Just held off now while there's something going on with Ekwa and one of their players. The ref's going to go over and have a word. We've got a bit of a lull here at the moment. 39 people in the stream. Thank you for being here. Much appreciate your support. Ball coming in from Norwich now. It's a very, very deep one. They managed to get a head back in, but Ekwa gets the head out. Norwich still have possession on the far left-hand side. Tried to cut a ball in the centre. I think that was Job who got to it to get it clear, but it's only as far as the Norwich players who are halfway inside the Sunderland half making a run forward again now. Hamir doing the defending. Still with Norwich in the danger area. Head down from Neil to Hamir. Ekwa gets his foot through it to get it clear. And that'll get rid of the danger as it goes into the Norwich half and out for a throw. They take the throw quickly, but it will give Sunderland loads of time to regroup there. And the EFL cameraman will do a replay while the ball's in play, so we don't know what's going on. Anything could be happening. Or we'll do 2 replays. And then we're back into the game. And Norwich have the ball here. I apologise for my bit of a cough at the moment. Norwich just passing it round the halfway line, looking for a way through. Can see the runs being made. There's two there stacked up. Hopefully we see it as well. Styles on his man. Still Norwich with possession. Halfway inside the Sunderland half. Going to the right-hand side here. Looking for a way through. Coming all the way back again. Across the centre circle to their 23. Who's trying to make a run. Puts it in the centre. I think Neil gets a foot to it, but it only goes back straight to the player it came from. Norwich still enjoying the lion's share of possession here. Sunderland happy to sit back, it looks like, at the moment. Norwich edging ever so closer to the Sunderland area. Out to the left-hand side now. Will deliver one into the centre. And it's Yelder manages to get his head to it. Mundell tries to help it on, but he can't quite gain control. Norwich come back with it down this right-hand side. Mundell making up for it. With pressure. Norwich in the danger area. On the far right-hand side. Going to deliver one. Mundell gets his foot in the way and then puts his foot through it to get it clear, but it goes high rather than long. But it does come back to him. He's going to try and... Oh, he does really well to marshal that out. Uses all his body weight for a Sunderland goal kick. Mundell can tell he's not got the experience, but he's more than willing to make up for it and battle to make up for his mistakes. I'm going to see a close-up of a random Norwich player for no reason. Thank you. Sunderland goal kick here. 56, coming up to 57 minutes gone. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. 41 people in the stream. Much appreciated. Get your comments in. Let us know what you're thinking so far. Especially if you're watching it, because this EFL cameraman is terrible. There we go. It's Mundell with it in a very dangerous area. Looks to deliver it out to the left, but it takes a deflection. It goes out for a Sunderland throw. Taken quickly. It's with Neil to Job. Job across here now to Sealt, who's halfway inside the Norwich half. Sealt back to 09 in the centre circle. Out to the left. It's with Dan Neil now, looking for a way through. He's making a bit of a run down the left. Gives it to Mundell for a 1-2. Back to Dan Neil for a delivery. But it gets cut out by Norwich. It's a Sunderland corner. Sunderland corner coming up to the 58th minute. Come on, lads. Let's see something here. Will we deliver it into the box? Will we try and find Job and Hamir both in the centre of that box? Bit of height. Styles on this corner to take it now. Hand in the air. Gets delivered. It is going up into the centre, but Norwich managed to get ahead to it. And it's away. And Ekwar's forced to commit the foul on Ed Sheeran. Professional yellow card, holding onto the ball. Showing his experience there, Ekwar. Love that. Great to stop the counter-attack and slow down the game between all of them. Yeah. He did pull the shirt. He forced the foul. He did have Hume in front covering, but it would have been 2-on-1 on Hume, so he needed to do that. Whatever was going on, now Mundell's on a run. Mundell's coming down the left-hand side now. He's got Job with him on the overlap. Job gets kicked in the back of the ankles yet again. Sunderland free kick. Dangerous area. Just in line with the penalty area on the far left-hand side of the Norwich goal. Be a very tight angle for a shot, this, but be a great ball to get into the back post if Hamir can get on the end of it. Ekwar and Styles over this one. I think Styles might try and deliver this one in. Ekwar's turning away from it a bit. 2 in the wall for Norwich. We've got 5 in the box. Dan Neil just on the outside of the box. Mundell on the outside of the box. Here it is. It is Styles who's going to deliver it low and hard. Bounces around the middle. Nobody gets a foot to it. Norwich managed to get it away. Norwich now trying for the counter-attack. Mundell all over his man to stop it. Slows it right down. Norwich still with possession, though, on this right-hand side. Give us enough time to get players back, though. 1-2 with the man on the right, looking for a delivery in. Well cut out and stops there on the outside by Yelder, it looked like, and it's a Norwich throw. Great dealing with the counter-attack. Unfortunately, nothing came from our attack, but good dealing with that counter-attack there. Sub warmed up here for Norwich. There's going to be a sub made. 10 off, 14 on. Not sure who that is at the moment. If I see the names, it's Barnes. It's the pub player. The very thinning on top, balding pub player is going off. He's got a pie in the oven. He needs to get off the pitch. And a young, fit and healthy lad coming on, number 14. Not sure who this is. Not seen any names on screen. There we go. S. Van Hulsdonk. Now, there's a name for you. Hulsdonk. So, Barnes off, Donk on. Norwich throw. Some sort of random off-the-ball foul, nothing given. Mundle's on the floor. Throw comes over. It's a looping ball out in the middle of the danger area. It's cleared. Well cleared by Sunderland here. It's as far out as a third into the Sunderland half. Norwich still trying to make the attack. They're doing a lot more on the attack. Great cutout by Hemir. Dispossesses the player. Gives it to Ekwa, who gives it to Styles in the middle. Styles tries to knock on for Hemir. It's just too far away from him. And Norwich can marshal it back to their goalkeeper. Hemir should have continued the pressure there for me, because it would have been a pass back. He couldn't pick it up. Should have just maintained that pressure and forced the keeper into a mistake. Paul Havelock says, away the lads. Away indeed. Norwich with the ball now, halfway inside their own half. Sunderland, again, happy to stand off. We are 62 minutes into this game. 47 people in the stream. Much appreciate you all being here. Long ball forward from Norwich. Cut out with a header Hume, but it ends up back in Norwich's possession. In the danger area on the left-hand side. Calls for it going out, but the ball wasn't over the line. It comes back. It's being played amongst the Norwich defence. Sunderland, again, still happy to stand off, not forcing that mistake. Long ball forward here into the danger area. High foot there across 09's shoulder. Nothing called. Norwich still with possession. Could deliver one here from the outside. Trying to find a way through. Ekwa in front of it. Does deliver. Looping ball into the middle. Safe hands from Patterson. Jumps up above everybody else to catch it. And a quick distribution out now with Dan Neal. Looking for a way through. Does manage to somehow get through his man. Passes it on to Hemir. Hemir's on the left-hand side. He's got Dan Neal in support. Gives it to Dan Neal. Dan Neal trying to thread the needle for Styles, but it gets cut out by a Norwich player. Job with the pressure on here, trying to keep the pressure on Norwich. Goes all the way back to the Norwich keeper. Job still working hard. Can't knock his work ethic in this game. Chasing round everywhere. Sunderland win possession back with Yelder to Job, to Yelder, to Hemir. Hemir gets dispossessed, sliding in from behind the Norwich player. Norwich on the counter-attack. Good head by 09 to keep it safe. To Ekwa. It's back and forth this game all over the place. Ekwa to Mundle on the left-hand side. Mundle back with Ekwa. Ekwa back to Yelder. Yelder all the way across to Sealt now on this right-hand side. Gives it to Hume. Back to Sealt. Back to Hume. Inside. Slowed down the pace here now. It's back with 09 in the centre circle. Most of Sunderland players in the Norwich half here. Just looking to build something from this. Sealt and 09. Can't seem to find a way through. Passing it amongst our defence. Mundle tries to take it on. Looks like he got dispossessed. It looked like it went out for a throw there. Nothing called. Ekwa jumps on the stray ball. He's got options. Gives it to Styles in the centre. Styles is mullered from behind. Another free kick in another danger area for Sunderland. How many free kicks could we have scored with a really good free kick taker here? Will Styles get the opportunity of a shot here, or will Ekwa jump on this one yet again? It's Pierre Van Hijong. I can't say that. It's Donks. It's Donks. We're just going to say Donks. Right, here we go. It's 65 minutes in. Sun's out, but it's still bucking it down with rain. Sunderland free kick in a danger area. Ekwa looks like he's going to be taking this one again. Stood over this one. Don't think Styles is happy. I think he wanted a bash on this one. It's definitely going to be a shot as far as I'm concerned. Can we jump onto that rebound is the question. Or is this going to be something from the training ground? The referee stood in a very awkward place. Ekwa. Oh, it's gone miles over. Miles over. Wasted. Hoydonk. Is that how you say it? Hoydonk. There we go. There's a wasted opportunity there. Ekwa's over it. Puts his foot through it. Goes well over. Miles over. Not even close. The free kick opportunities we've had in this game. I hate to say it, but Pritchard would have been an asset in this game. Hamir coming off. Substitution here. Rusin coming on. I think one of the people in the chat did say that would be the change. I'm not sure who said that. But yeah, somebody called that one. Mundle's also coming off. I wouldn't have took Mundle off. Who came on for Mundle? Didn't see. Bar. Oh. Taking Mundle off was a mistake for me. There's a rainbow over Norwich, and that's more interesting than the game going on, according to the cameraman. There we go. Did I say Norwich? I meant Norwich. There's a ball here in a very dangerous area. We don't know what's happening because we're too busy filming a goddamn rainbow. Hume will get on the back of this. Little dig from Styles to avoid the danger to Ekwa. Across to Sealt now to 09. Still in the danger zone here. Not safe at the moment. To Yelder. To Bar now. Bar with his first touches of the game. Goes back to 09. It's a terrible pass. 09 has to really struggle to get on the end of that, and he does. Gives it to Sealt. Sealt's under pressure. We're passing it in a danger area. Jesus Christ, the shot came from nowhere from Norwich. Sealt almost got an assist for Norwich. For Sarah coming in. Oh, we're passing it round. These are hospital balls. This is what you'd call it when I was playing. The hospital ball there from Sealt that really put Sunderland in the danger zone. And yet we insist on doing a goal kick and playing it short again with this high pressure. What is going on? Come on, wake up to this. Can Patterson not kick? Is this the problem? Can he not distribute? We've got issues with keeper, I'm afraid. 67.5 minutes gone. Terrible cameramen, but Sunderland not doing too badly in this one. Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Just need somebody to jump on one of these opportunities. Can Rusin be that man? Norwich passing it around the defence here. Not going quiet because nothing's happening. It's just the same back and forth. Bar with the high pressure there, trying to dispossess does. It's a throw to Sunderland. The rain is horrendous. Ball comes all the way across now to Sealt. Sealt just over the halfway line. Passes it forwards with Ekwa. Ekwa to the right to Hume. Hume gets a ball down into the centre with Styles in the box. Styles tries to get it across to anyone. Ekwa manages to find it. Gives it across to Hume again. Couldn't find anyone for the shot there. Sealt. Ekwa. We're back in the centre circle with Dan Neil. Dan Neil's got options. He's got Bar to his left. Bar now. Big shoes to fill from Mundle going off. Ball delivered in. Cut out by Norwich. The ball was delivered by Yelder. It's up in the air. 09 is forward to get his head to it. And Norwich managed to get the possession here. Still high pressure up in the Norwich half. Norwich will play it back to their keeper, who's going to put his foot through it to try and relieve this pressure. Bar battling with his man, but Yelder manages to come in and take it, but loses it again to a Norwich player and commits a foul for the free kick. Norwich went to take a quick one. Job stood in front of it. Good thinking there. Comes out to the left here with Norwich again on the attack. They've got 5 players pushing forward on this attack. 6 now on the right. Not finding a way through at the moment. Turns his man well. Norwich just inside the area. Teed up for a shot here. Shot from distance. Goes wide and out. we're standing off. I'm all for standing off when it's in their half, but when we're standing off this close to our goal, it spells danger for me. "52 people in the stream. The cameraman is filming the rainbow yet again. He's never seen a rainbow. Sealt with the ball. We didn't see the kickoff because we were filming a rainbow. Sealt again. Equa. Sunderland got pressure on them here. This is where mistakes come. Luckily, ends up with Styles, who then gives it away again. Some of the passing's terrible here. Cut in, danger zone for Norwich. Cut out, a shot. Oh, Patterson down to it. Safe hands from Patterson there. It was a worm burner, but could have easily fooled a keeper. Did well to get on that one. Playing it out short from the back is not working in this game. We are committing too many mistakes. It's not working. Get them forward, get a long ball. I'd rather be battling in Norwich's half for possession than right in front of our own goal. Speaking of Norwich's half, we've no idea what just happened, but we're up there. Norwich with a long ball forward now. Only as far as 09. 09 to Neil, who loses possession but gets it back again. To Barr on the left-hand side. Norwich calls for offside, nothing given with Neil. Neil now, danger area, could have a shot. Puts it all the way across to the right-hand side. Oh, it's into the centre, but it's just on the back heels of Styles. He can't. The pass is put behind him. That was a great opportunity, not taken. I think possibly Hume will look back on that thinking he possibly could have taken that shot there instead of delivering it in. Yeah, Styles just lost his foot in there completely. So many close opportunities. We're back in play here after seeing the replays. These cameramen are not on the ball at all. It's with Norwich's goalkeeper. We are 72 minutes in, 54 people watching the stream. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit like, get your comments in the box. At the end, we'll hang around for a few minutes and discuss the game. Norwich with possession, though, just inside their own half. Rusin trying to put a bit of pressure on, but nobody's there supporting him. Norwich pretty much given free rein here, walking into the Sunderland half in the danger area now. Sunderland waiting, Sunderland inviting that pressure onto themselves. Out to the right-hand side now with Norwich. Barr trying to get in front of his man, delivered into the centre. It could be a shot here coming in from the left-hand side. Oh, Hume was down to that. Styles and Hume both in front of that one, but I think it was Hume that got the impact. It's a Norwich throw. And the back of that guy's shirt then, in my head, said Giant Noodles, number 30. I don't know what his actual name is, but at a glance, I saw the word Giant Noodles. I don't think that's right. Substitute from Sunderland by the looks of it here. Styles coming off. Young Mr. Rigg coming on, trying to make something happen in this last 25 minutes. Norwich throw in line with the Sunderland penalty area on this near side. I think there's another change going on because it's been stopped. Yep, there's a Norwich change happening. Some Niall Quinn lookalike is going off. And yeah, Fashant is going off. And no idea who he is. Somebody else is coming on. No game for Danny Bath today. Still waiting on this Norwich throw. We are 74 minutes. It's Gibbs on, Liam Gibbs on. Taking the throw. It's out with Norwich here. They're going to play it all the way back to their defence on the halfway line. Still inside the Sunderland half, though. Sunderland still Sunderland still not putting the pressure on. Happy to be stepped back from this one. Norwich just playing it around their defence. They're now in the Norwich half, but still a bit of pressure now coming from Nasri. See, as soon as the pressure's there, we force a mistake. Job jumps on it. Gets tackled, but the ball falls to Rigg. Puts it out left. Trying to find Barr. Does find Barr. Barr offloads it to Yelder. To Barr. To Yelder. Barr running on. Yelder is going to put it back now to Equa. Equa's got Sealt with him, sorry. Sealt gives it out right to Hume. Hume looking for his options, gives it to Ekwa, to Sealt, just looking for a way through the centre. Big looping ball, trying to find the Sunderland player, but trying to find Job, but it ends up in the keeper's hands, who rolls it out for short distribution here from Norwich, who then play it direct and through the centre. Cut out, though, by Dan Neil. Long ball forward again from Norwich. Onto the head. Neil is again the man battling for it. Norwich come away with it, though, now. Making a run down this left-hand side. Puts it out to the left. Number 30 is going to be distributed into the middle. Good head on that. Not sure who got on that, but Sunderland get it away. Only as far as the Norwich player. High ball. Ekwa gets on the end of that one and nurses it out towards Nasri. Nasri's got it now on the right-hand side. Can make a run. Absolutely gets mullered by the 30. Throws his body weight in and fouls Nasri. Giannopoulos, or whatever he's called. Giant Noodles. He's going to be called Giant Noodles from now on. Just so you are all aware. I apologise if you've no idea who I'm talking about, but neither do I. So, it's going to be a Sunderland free kick on this near side, 76 minutes in. Still Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. 50 people in the stream. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, even if you're just passing through. Who's over this now? Let's have a look what's going on. Is that Hume taking this free kick? It is. Hume's going to deliver this free kick. Looping ball. Norwich head to it. Comes out as far as bar. It was a bit high for him, but it brings it down. He's trying to get past his man. Does get past his man. Just inside the area. Has a shot from a tight angle. It comes back. It's with Ekwa who skies it. Oh, that was so close. And it's back into the centre now by Yelder. But it's Norwich who get it away. Only as far as the centre circle with Dan Neil. Now Rigg having a look for his options, gives it out right to Sealt as On9 finds his position again with Hume. Ekwa, who's on this right-hand side at the moment. Not sure where we've all gone with these formations, but it's all over the place. And it's Rigg now in the centre. Gives it out left here. I think it's Yelder. Yelder cuts it inside to Dan Neil. Sorry, I'm losing. They were very distant. Some of them are looking very similar. Bar battles for his ball, but loses possession. Norwich come forward now. Cut out. Great by Sealt there. Ekwa with it now. To Sealt. To Dan Neil. To On9. In the Norwich half, we are halfway into it with Dan Neil. Miscommunication there with Neil and Yelder, and the ball goes out for a Norwich throw. Still halfway inside the Norwich half. Long throw from Norwich, trying to find their player. Nine's up for it. It falls nicely for Nasri, who's there. Shot from a tight angle. It's gone out wide. It'll be a goal kick to Norwich. That was a shot from nothing with his left foot, so it would have been lucky to even get on target there, unfortunately. 49 people watching. It's going up and down this stream all the time, but if you're here, I really appreciate you being here. Hit the like button, share it out, all that wonderful things. Get your comments in. I'll read out as many as I can during the weird camera angles. From stray ball, ends up in the middle. There's a ball forward from Ekwa. Ekwa, the shooting area now, puts it. It's going to be offside. It's with Job. Instead of taking the shot, he gives it to Job, who's in a blatant offside position, who does put it in the back of the net. Sorry, I stammered then. This is what happens. The EFL cameramen show random things like, oh, look, a rainbow. And then when they come back in, we're halfway into the action. So you got to try and catch up with yourself. It's crazy. Job did put it in the back of the net, but he was clearly offside position. So there we go. And again, off the replay, we are now with a Norwich attack on this left-hand side into the centre. Ekwa putting really good pressure on his man. Foul given against Ekwa. I don't see why. He didn't have his shirt or anything. He had his hands in the air. Not sure what's going on there, but it's forgiven anyway. Free kick to Norwich. About a third of the way into the Sunderland half. On this far side. Taken as a quick one, short one. They're working it forward down to this left-hand side now. Comes back to their defender. They're going to switch it all the way across to the right-hand side. Oh, no, he's going to double back. He's going to come left again. Still with Norwich, halfway inside the half. Delivering one into the centre. Norwich up for it. Battling. Oh, no! No! "80 minutes in. Delivered one into the centre, bobbling around. Nobody got a real foot to it. Norwich jump on it, take the opportunity and get the goal. See the replay here. It's a looping delivery into the centre. Sealed. 9 misses it. Yelder misses it, and it just bobbles to their player. I think it was just unlucky, to be fair. They were all battling for it, but nobody got a foot to it. Patterson had no chance from that range. Crap! That's not what we wanted with 10 minutes to go. Can we fight back now with this 10 minutes to go? That's the question. Either of them wanted to put their heads on it. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, yeah. But we're off again. Let's see if we can answer this back straight away. Wake up time for Sunderland indeed, says Paul. On the right-hand side it is with Hume. Quite quickly now here. It was Rigg trying to take it through, but Norwich get possession. Get the long ball forward. Back with Sealt. Gets pulled Sealt as he tries to come back. Free kick quickly taken by Ekwa to get the play underway. There's no holding back now. We've got to go for this. 82 minutes gone. Norwich 1, Sunderland 0. To Job. To Ekwa. Back to Job. To Dan Neil. Neil with it now. Looking for his options. It's back with 09. Seem to be still quite casual with it. We're not going forward as fast as I'd like to be. From Sealt back to 09. Back to Neil. Gives it out to the left to Barr. Barr battling to get past his man. Cuts on the inside. Puts the ball forward. It somehow ends up with Nasri, who is onside. But he puts it back to Job on the left. With Yelder. With Nasri. Back to 09. Rusin. Why am I saying Nasri? What is wrong with me? It's Nasri Rusin, isn't it? Rusin. Barr with it now. Sunderland still trying to find a way through. Barr getting absolutely pulled and tugged all over the place, battling for this. And it's given us a Norwich goal kick. Barr thinks something more should have been given. "84 minutes gone, Norwich 1, Sunderland 0. It's a goal kick to Norwich. They're going to take the time here. We're going to milk everything for time. This is going to be extremely frustrating last 6 or so minutes. Don't think we've got all that much added time. Norwich warming up a sub as well. Ball comes forward. 09 gets his head to it. Rigg up for it. Battling, but Norwich come away with it. Long ball forward. To Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran with it now on the right-hand side. It's played back to the Norwich defence. They're going to be happy. We can't stand off like we've been doing. They'll be happy to keep possession, even back there. Long ball forward from Norwich. Finds their man on the right-hand side. Could possibly deliver one here. They'd rather keep possession, and they will do. And they'll pass it all the way back again. They're going to frustrate the Sunderland players as much as they can in this one now. Barr and Rusin trying to keep the pressure on, as well as Job, still with Norwich. Cut out, bad pass, cut out by Yelder. Gives it to Rig. Rig gets dispossessed in the centre. Norwich on the attack now. Danger area. Cuts back. Oh, luckily couldn't find his feet. And Hume gets to it, but it's come back with Norwich again. Norwich on the far left-hand side here. All the way back. Again, happy to keep possession. It's us that's got to put the pressure on. Ekwa does. Forces the mistake. Job slides in and gets the possession. Ekwa back to Job. Job gives it to is that Neil in the centre. Gets fouled, nothing given. Norwich come away with it. Neil chasing back. Norwich with it now on the right-hand side. He's in front of his man. Could be a shot. It goes into the side netting. Goes into the side netting. Didn't want to commit a foul there. Bar inside the box. Could have given away a penalty, but didn't. And the shot comes to nothing, luckily. When will this defence learn? So depressing, says Paul. I agree. Sub here. Job has actually come off the pitch. Who did we bring on there? Burstow. Burstow's on the pitch for Job. More attacking options with only 4 minutes to go. And yet we still insist on playing it short out the back. Here we are now. With Neil across to Sealt. Sealt with the ball down the right-hand side to Hume. Hume trying to find Rusin. It gets past the Norwich player, but Rusin's battling for it. Gets pulled down, nothing given. Norwich come away with it now. Not in control, but and Hume manages to pick it up, give it to Sealt. Sealt across to 09. Better pressure from Sunderland. Too little, too late yet again, though, is it? It's Yelder. Back to 09. 09 across to Sealt. Sealt. Long ball forward to the centre. Cut out by the Norwich player with a big foot through it. It's off into no man's land. 09. The furthest man back with the ball. Gives it to Sealt. Sealt to Rig. Rig, Ekwa, Rig. Rig going across the left, finds Barr on the far left-hand side. Sunderland pushing forward now. Barr making a run. Should use that space instead of trying to cut into the centre. It's up in the air. It's anyone's. But the header by Rusin is nursed into the keeper's hands. Unlucky there. Player went down in the box as well. Didn't look too good. It's Rig that went down in the box. Obviously nothing given. But it was, Rig was going down low to try and get his head onto a waist-height ball. So I think he got kicked in the side of the head. Substitution for Norwich. 2 substitutions here for Norwich. Time wasting professionally here. We're at 88 minutes. We are Norwich 1, Sunderland 0. Constantly piling on these bad results at the moment. Can we get anything back for this? Sainz off, Sorensen on. 09 will be happy. And I'm not sure. Ed Sheeran's gone off. The other one. Sargent's gone off. Not sure who's come on for him. Not had any graphics come up there. McCallum has come on for him. So Sargent off. McCallum on. 88.5 minutes here. Still waiting for this goal kick. There it is. Comes into the centre. 09's head to it. Gets it forward. Battling across the centre here. Ends up out with Hume. Hume across to 09. Sorry if you hear a baby crying in the background. It's about that time. Long ball forward here, trying to find Burstow. Burstow can't control it, and it's with Norwich again. Norwich, Burstow cuts it out though. The bad pass from Norwich, and he tries to do too much, taking on 3 players and loses possession within 2 minutes. Oh, geez, bad impact there. Is that Rig again? Or is that 09? No, it's 09, I think. Goes down. Terrible foul, that one. I think there's a card going. Yellow card for the Norwich player. 09 up on his feet, but hobbling. Yeah, it was an elbow. I think he stood on his ankle. Looks like stood on his ankle. We are, anyway, 10 seconds off the 90. The free kick's taken. It's going out backwards. It's with Dan Neil. Dan Neil puts it down to the right to Hume, who puts it back to Sealt, who puts it all the way back to the last man, or 9. Anybody told him we haven't got time for this? Ekwah to Barr, still inside the Sunderland half, not pushing forward. Long ball forward from Barr to the right to find Hume, who's going to play it back again to Neil, who's going to play it back to Ekwah. We're back in the centre circle. This isn't the way we go forward, boys. It's out to the left now here with Yelder, I believe, trying to make a run through. Cut out as he tries to get the pass. Barr will jump onto the mistake, gives it to Ekwah. Ekwah to 09. 09 to Neil. Neil with it now, tried to slot one through, does find a way through. Delivery into the centre to Rusin's feet. Oh, it's miskicked by Rigg, I think. And it's out to Hume. Hume then tried to deliver one into the centre, but nobody was there. Didn't even look. Pass was to nobody. Throw taken to Sealt. 5 minutes of added time. We're at the 91st minute and there's 5 minutes of added time. Ekwah to Sealt. Out to the left to Barr. Barr with it now. Trying to do step overs. Trying to cut in the inside. Does deliver one into the centre. It's bobbling around. Norwich head takes it out wide as far as Hume. Hume back to Sealt, who's well far forward here. Another one into the centre. Flying head there from Rusin, but it's not enough and it goes straight to the keeper's hands. 91.5 minutes still. Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Nothing coming off for Sunderland today. Nothing working out. What the hell is going on here? Right. It's a Norwich goal kick. Burstow is going to stand in front of the keeper, which is time wasting when we don't want to time waste, which is great. The ball ends up bobbling forward and Norwich have possession in the very far right-hand side and were forced into a corner. How did that come about at all? What is going on? Norwich now have a corner 92 minutes in. They're going to take their time with this for sure. 41 people in watching. Get your thoughts in now. Match might have ended if you're ahead of me. We'll get your thoughts into the comments now. And we will discuss it shortly after the end of the game. Short one taken. They're going to try and retain possession and keep it in the corner as long as possible. Looked like they played it out, but nothing's given yet. Sunderland do manage to come away with it. Something called. There's an offside called anyway. So it's a Sunderland free kick all the way back with 09. Gives it to the keeper. Back to 09. Pressure from Norwich. Puts a big ball across. It's Ekwah now on this right-hand side. Surging forward. Gives it to Hume, who puts it back again to Rigg. Rigg. Big ball forward from Rigg. Does find Burstow in the middle. Burstow can't bring it down and control it. Rolls to the Norwich player. Norwich have possession. Nasri trying to keep the pressure up. It pays off and he does get possession back briefly. Still trying to get it back. Norwich come away with it. Only as far as 09. Gets it forward. And it goes back again. It's with 09 yet again on the left-hand side. It's Barr now. Barr trying to work through. Somehow bounces towards Rusin, who's in the box, who doesn't know what to do with it at all. Just makes no decision. Doesn't make the wrong decision. Makes no decision. And it rolls out. Norwich get it clear. Only as far as Sunderland on the halfway line. 94 minutes. And we are playing it back. Long ball forward here. Trying to battle for it. Sealt does battle for it. There's been a call for a foul on Sealt. That was definitely not a foul. He's milking that one. Goes down, clutching his face. That could be all she wrote here. Sealt does finally get a yellow card. Not sure if that was a foul. He had his hand up. The guy went down, clutching his face. Oh, come on. He was nowhere near it. He had his hand resting towards his shoulder. What a load of crap. Time wasting at its best. Milk this one now, they will. 10 seconds off. This kick should be the last kick. The Norwich free kick by the keeper, taking his time. We've just hit 95 minutes. And it goes all the way out for a throw. It's going to be a Sunderland throw, taken quickly with the secondary ball. 09 pumping a ball forward now. It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. Time, game, full time. Norwich City 1, Sunderland 0. Started off so well. But again, for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, the subs are all wrong yet again. Why are we taking Mundell off when he's doing so well? He's still full of energy. He's a young lad. He's doing better than Job and Barr put together, and we're taking him off the pitch 60, 70 minutes into a game. Can anyone understand these decisions? I thought these poor decisions would have gone with Beale, but clearly not. So, what is going on at our club? I will hang around for the next 5 minutes. We'll finish on the hour. So if you want to get your comments in about that terrible performance, then feel free to do so. Lee Sheeran says, need a manager in now. Dodds is not the answer. We're becoming a joke. It is. It's a laughing stock. It's an easy 3 points at the moment to play Sunderland in this league by the looks of it. Paul Havelock says, where has our exciting football gone? This is another terrible performance. Paul Armstrong says, typical Sunderland crap. Our season just useless. Conrad says, is it me that thinks Rusin is crap? No, the problem is, I think, Conrad, I don't think he is. But when he finds his form and gets a goal and starts to do well, he gets dropped. So if that's the term, if that's how you pick it, if Job does terrible and gets a start and plays 90 minutes, and Rusin does really well and gets dropped, honestly, the crazy people have took over the asylum. The crazy people have definitely took over the asylum. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I do appreciate you all being here. David Brown says, Speakman is dictating things. Nothing will change until he goes. I'd love to know. I'd love to get some insider feedback. We might have to tap up a few sources and see if we can find out if that is the case. How much of a say does he have in this team? And yeah, it's just someone needs to come in and take charge. Pick everything. You look at the last games we've had, look at what the players are doing, and pick based on that. I just do not understand. We seem to self-sabotage as well. The decisions, the changes were all wrong. Both Hemir and Mundell were doing well and threatening and were threats, and we took them both off. Liverpool 99th minute winner. Says who are the lads. Managing after Southampton game gives him a rest of the season to build up to pre-season. Manager in after the Southampton game. Is that what we're saying? Paul Havelock says, thanks, Mike. Just wish it was a better result for all the SAFC supporters. Yes, and to be honest, when we're winning, it does make my job a lot easier trying to stay positive and keep talking when I just want to break down. It's not easy. So, but I do appreciate support. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to call that. I appreciate that a lot of people do join after the game. But I now have a 3.5 hour drive to Scotland. I literally came from Birmingham, home, did the commentary for you guys, and now it's back in the car and off to Scotland. That's how committed I am. So make sure you return the favour by giving us a like, a subscribe, If you can become a channel member, it's only $1.99. It's a bargain. Then do that as well. It all supports, and I appreciate you guys. See you all. Make sure you catch our Thursday night show, which I'm sure will be very fiery and very interesting, as it always is. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.